Yo guys, it's Up Shadow here and welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. Right. Today we shall do a little bit of welding, as we always do, but we'll weld something special. We'll weld one wheel. Ooh, that was close. We'll weld one of these bad boys. And then we'll do some experimenting when it comes to essentially how far down this wheel can go, you know, because of our construction here. We kind of have to know where our wheels will essentially touch the ground, approximately. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Also, I'm gonna like semi-automate our thingamajig, our assembler here, to just produce a few things. And also, yeah, this is still, that's on my list. Moving this one away. And probably think we do this like in a smart way, because you know, with the modules, so we want one module here and then one module here, one on top and one below in theory. So maybe at the moment we'll just run with one assembler. If we want one more, we might just move this one block to here and then just string a second one to there, but the problem is then this one would block, so we would have to move it quite a lot actually. But that's future problems for future me, so future me will address them futurely soon enough. Okay, the production. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna essentially let's see, repeat. There we go. So what we want out of this is, let's make 5 steel plates for every, say, construction component, interior plate. There we go. Like, this is our basic set of stuff. But we need most of these, right? So that's how we're gonna do that. Okay. Let me actually add the wheel and the housing of the wheel, or whatever you want to call it, to the build planner, and then we can go along and start collecting stuff here. Large steel tubes, motors, there's a bunch of stuff we cannot get here. Okay. Also, in the meanwhile, deeper. We couldn't withdraw everything, but our inventory is full, so we might still have everything on tap here. There we go. Full again. Okay. More steel tubes. Yeah. Okay, I mean, looking forward to what we have to weld there. Afterwards, we might just want to make more steel tubes, you know. There it is, our big boy wheel. Let us see. Can we complete this? Yes. Very good, so we can start controlling this bad boy. Okay, let me just for now, hop over here. Then we'll go to wheel. We need the 5x5. There it is. So, height offset. There it is. That's all the way down. 1.50 meters. And let's see. And that means we can also set it 150 in the opposite direction. 30. Yes, okay. Minus 150 to 130. That's like, let's see, 3 meters 80 centimeters. We can set that. Okay. So this is the lowest it will go. Which means with this configuration, we'll have to make sure that it actually works out. But from what I can see, 1, 2, 3. Maybe if we go 3 blocks down, that might already be enough. Let me check that. We just go 1, 2, 3. Then, yeah, and then the mag plate on bottom. I mean, that's probably a little bit lower than the wheel, because I can walk under the... I cannot walk under this one. So I would assume if we do it like that, aka, I think that's how it is right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's pretty much how this is set up right now. I think if we do that, we might run into problems. It might just work, but I wouldn't try that this way. Now the question is, do we have enough leverage to move around to make it work the other way around, where we get this thingy all the way up? I wonder. 5 times 5. Let's go the other extreme. Okay, if we go the other extreme, we're just a little bit above it. Which means, if we set this to, let's say, not 130, but 120, 125, 115, something like that, we should probably just have the amount of leverage that we need. So, let's say 115. See how that rolls. Nah, it needs more. Let's go 95 centimeters. Oh, 0.9. That needs to be. Yeah. I think that's pretty much spot on. But yeah, okay. That means we can do this by going down 2 and then a mag block. So it's like so. That's how it has to look. And then it will work. We'll have to like fine-tune it once it's on the ground, but it works. That's good to know. That's confirmation. That's the confirmation we just need. Okay, cool. So what do we do next? Let us work on this upper deck then. And as it was pointed out, yes, definitely we should add a camera to either just like somewhere below here, like here or somewhere there similarly, or we'll put a camera like, well, we cannot really put it below here, but you know, somewhere on the sides or maybe up here, so we just get a nice view. But we'll have to check what makes the most sense. Let me just, I kind of just want to weld this ring up here, this inner ring. We get that set up. And then what we'll do is we'll do a little bit of like floor plan management, where we put down a few things and figure out where additional rooms will go. And then based on that, we'll start to weld everything else in place. And yeah, as it was pointed out, yeah, I kind of like deliberately make my cockpit in a way where I have less visual range, I suppose. I'm not quite sure why I do that sometimes. Sometimes, I guess, sometimes I'm feeling like, yeah, you want to protect yourself with, like, armor and such, you know? From the sides, so you cannot get shot at, but, you know, minimize, like, the glass. The glass area, so you're most protected. But it kind of makes no sense, especially not in Space Engineers, and especially not in the world setting that I play in. But, yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, it's still subject to change over there. It's not set in stone. That is probably the last thing we'll weld, I have the feeling. Or at least the last thing we'll completely weld, let's put it that way. But yeah, we'll either put like a button panel here, but the thing is, if we want to have a camera, we'll have to put a seat here. Which is also fine, I think. Either here or over there. One of those. So, we have that upper ring, which is going to be like a mirror of that down there. Now, let's start thinking about rooms. Or rather, let's start thinking how this whole area here, this internal area is going to look. I have a feeling we're going to have like 2 doorways here. Like so. Where you wander in. And then I generally wish to have like a 2-space walkway. Right? With... let's see. Maybe like so. With a smooth edge. Like so. Something like that. That's how I envision that. You know? Something like that. Just slap these down for now so we can, like, get a shape here. A good visual on how that's gonna look. I mean, yeah, we haven't welded the floor tiles yet, but that's, do that afterwards. Way afterwards. But that means we have nice amount of walkway here. I mean, yeah, there's gonna be railings here, so you don't accidentally fall to your death, such things. So that's gonna be there. But I think this gives us a good amount of way to walk. It also gives us opportunity to put the seat here and still be able to squeeze by it. We could, I don't know, put some LCDs up on the wall, whatever. That's fine, I think. Then that means we will have either I'm gonna make one option here and one option over here. So either it's gonna be a doorway which goes into a narrow hallway, which then splits into 2 hallways or into 2 rooms, or we'll do it a little bit more open, like so, where we have an open hallway like that, a 3 block wide hallway. Which I think is actually kind of nicer. And it also, always if I see like a 1 wide, like, hallway like that, it always makes me want to put a door there. So I feel we're gonna go with that 3x3 hallway. I feel that's a good plan. So. Okay, and the question is how much space do we need? So, then we could technically put windows here if we really wanted. Something like that. That makes sense. We put it like this. How big are the rooms gonna be behind it? Oh, he's already running out of again. Yoink. Okay. So if we do it like that, then the rooms behind it are going to be 3 by whatever, which I think is good enough for most purposes, right? Yeah, I think that works. Like that. There we go. Okay. Good. Let's actually, before we start like sculpting these rooms, let's do some welding on the upper platforms here so we can get a little bit of that out of the way. And so we don't lose some of these hidden blocks before we put everything together. That would be very bad. Let's try to avoid that. I'm pretty sure still that on our big ship there's still some blocks unwelded somewhere. Almost certain. Alright, so that is basically the extended ring that we're now doing. Go. there we are. Okay, there. Cap these off with these cornerstones here, so to speak. Oh, we haven't welded this yet. Almost forgot about that. I have another load here. Finish this off. Okay. There we go. Also weld these, so this gives us a little bit more of a visuals here that we want. Because I need to see this upper level here. I think that's, from a visual standpoint, that's going to be a lot of the area where we're going to spend most of our time. You know what I mean? So this has to look pleasing to my eye, if that makes any sense. There, so there's going to be doors here, most likely. And then there's these open areas where we're having other rooms. And then here, I think here it's fine to go also into a 3-wide hallway. I think that's okay. Probably do that as well. Same kind of principle. So, and then just run into this cockpit area. Either still have a little bit of like 3-wide hallway, or we're just gonna basically run this from here to the cockpit directly and just have one big open cockpit room. That makes sense. Yeah, okay. So that means next we'll have to start deciding where which room goes. And I think the only one we'll have to at least like semi-hard think about it is the one with the medical chamber. And maybe the one, if I want to put a cryopod on. I could still just put a bed on, but I might just put a cryopod on that thing as well, just in case. But we might actually put these in the same room, you know, from a, like a lore point. Maybe you want to cryo-freeze somebody if he's, yes, you know, badly hurt, so we might put that in the same room. So if we have a medical room, we want to have it connected to the whole system. It doesn't really matter where it's connected because it only needs the gas, essentially. It only needs to tap into the gas. So it doesn't really matter where it's connected. So we could connect it to, I think, visually pleasing it would be to connect it to this, I suppose. So I would assume we make the medical room over here or on the other side. Just like opposite, but that would make the most sense to me, you know, generally speaking. While I'm thinking, I just need to weld some things. But yeah, let's put it to the, well, the right-hand side, that actually is. All right. We could also open up this room a bit more if we wanted to. But we don't need necessarily to do that. We could just keep it 3x3. I think that's fine. I mean, it has to be at least 3x3 to be of any use, I think. So at least that has to be the room capacity. Now, if we want to put down a medical room, this bad boy. Then let's see, we'll also want to have conveyors, obviously. There it is. So we need it in a corner, aka probably here. So that's where the conveyor is gonna go. That is where the medical room is gonna sit upon. I think orientation wise that's pretty decent. Oh, that's on its head. There. Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. And then the cryopod. If we want a cryopod. problem with the cryopod is that it has its connector at the back. So if we don't want it to be like this, we kind of have to put it like here, which I don't like. So yeah, maybe we're not gonna put a cryopod on there. Doesn't really matter for this. No, so yeah, let's just not do that then. Let's weld the floor of this room real quick. That needs to be welded. Well, okay. Then we'll have to decide what else goes into this room. Probably, if I had to think, probably some, like a desk and maybe some lab equipment. We'll keep it very, very tight, so to speak. All right, go. And then this one, let me actually weld these two, or these plates here real quick. And then this one will connect to that thing. And I will put a conveyor block here, just in case there's no more things we need to connect to later. Right. Start welding stuff then. That's fine. Also, let me put these bad boys into my construction queue. Probably too much. No, it's not. Okay. Surprising, but fine. Some more. Was that all? No. Did I even retrieve something? There, all components. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Cool. So let me also add this to the build planner. We'll definitely need some medical components. We'll have to make these. 15 of those. Right. We'll make these in our main production facility over there. 15. I think. Yeah. Medical. I hope it's making them, actually. What do medical components need? Silver! We do not have any silver, actually, so it's definitely not making any medical components. Okay. Okay. That might be a thing for next time, then. Getting some silver. I'm pretty sure we found some silver on this planet before, didn't we? Let's see. Mars. We have... Yeah! There it is. Actually, we have two. Oh, let's keep the iron there. I mean, we might just go to the... let's see. Yeah, it's both in the same direction anyways. We might just go to the gold and silver one and get both of those things. Because I'm pretty sure we need both of them anyway. Let's make 100 metal grids too. Let me also get some more steel plates. We can start putting this whole room together. And I was thinking, you know, when it came to the capital ship, it was obviously very important that everything was airtight. And so the hull had to be, like, completely all-encompassing. But here, in theory, we do not need to... Okay, never mind then.
Critical.
Yes, I know. We don't need to make this as airtight. We can just, like, cover the basics and then have a lot of, like, just empty room here on the vehicle, where we cover what is necessary, and all the rest we'll just say fuck it, essentially. I don't want to overdo it with the plating. It also would make our vehicle heavier every time we put more plating on. And honest to God, I don't know how much weight these wheels can actually take. I have no experience with big wheels like that. I mean, we have a bunch of them. And just when it comes to, if you just scale up like a small rover, it's not too bad, I think. But I don't know. Maybe I don't want to test it, per se. Know what I mean? But yeah, we'll see. Just put that in here. Generator. Well, excellent. Thank you very much. There's the medical. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. We couldn't withdraw the medical components. Everything else we could. Good. Me get 10 of those. It's not. Oh, hold on. What are you making right now? Stuck on something. We have like no. That's weird. We have like oh, we're not overloaded. We are absolutely not overloaded, but we don't have any more iron. Weird. Guess we'll go deeper then. We have to go deeper. One more, or half more in that case. Let's see, is it producing now? Totally. Oh, it's spacing this out very strangely, isn't it? It basically never gets to make... Oh, that's weird. Okay, hold on. It's never making Yeah, that's weird. Repeat mode is not as clever as I thought it would be. You know, let me just say this. I understand that sometimes you want your machine to basically do whatever it can, so it's not getting stuck on one thing that it cannot produce. I totally understand that. But in this case, it would have been better if it just, you know, made the things that it was able to, but in this case, it would have been better to wait for the materials so it could make everything in order. That may be something they could like put on the assemblers as an option. You know, the production focus. Should it focus on basically, you know, first in, first out kind of thing? Or should it, like, complete whatever is possible? Something like that, like different operation modes. I think that would be very smart. Because I'm sure there's situations where you want either one or the other. There might even be a third method, you know, only make it if you have everything together, so to speak. Alright. Let's see. What do we want to put in here? I think it's called a laboratory? Yeah, a laboratory. This over here, and then I want to have a desk. So. And then, what is that thing called that plugs into the wall? Oh, I always forgot what it's called. Called a medical scanner or something? Medical station, that's what it's called. There, something like that. Right. That looks good. Let's just weld all of that. Also, let me get these into the build planner as well. Yeah, that's one of the things we're gonna do over the next few episodes. We're gonna make all these rooms that we need, so we have all the function and comfort that is necessary, essentially, and also so we can then start, based on that, start to connect the upper and the lower areas, essentially. Know what I mean? Oh, that needs also a medical component, of course it does. There. But yeah, starting with the upstairs design. Next time we're also gonna get silver and gold. That's definitely the first thing we're gonna get next time, because we desperately need that to make medical components. And then we'll continue with, whoa, other rooms. There's at least, what did we say? One room for like a quarters. One room is gonna be like an inventory thing, and there's still one more room that I'm not sure what it's gonna be. All right, we'll figure that out. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and take care.